Test, test. Let's see here. Hello, everyone. Just getting set up. Hello, Curse Blessing. Thanks for stopping by. Can you hear me okay? Oh, whoa. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out my audio settings here. Please let me know if the game audio and my audio is okay, like the levels. This is my first time streaming a PC game, so I had to reset some things. Let's see here. Okay. Thank you. I will tell Puppy Pie that you wish her a happy birthday. She's flat out on the ground right now. Hey, Nervous! Oh, wow, thanks for dropping by. I guess we finally got a good time zone for you. Time of day for your time zone, I should say. I hope my chat box looks okay. I've been fiddling around with that too. I may I may rejig that whole stream layout thing. I know some people don't like when you've got stuff over the game. So, I don't know. I mean, I don't mind it, especially since a lot of games are not going to have anything on like that top right corner, but you never know. No, we're working on it. Work in progress. Oh, you're just starting work. Perfect. So you can listen to me narrate this game while you do boring data stuff. What kind of boring data stuff is it, if you don't mind sharing? So just check again. Give me a thumbs up in the chat if it sounds okay, and I'll get started. I just want to make sure that you can hear me and the music in the game okay. I feel like I can hear me coming through somewhere. What on earth? Hold on. That's so weird. I guess we're okay. Maybe it's like got too many. This is too much technology for me. Ugh. Okay, sounds good. I feel like I could hear myself really faintly in the background, but it's fine. I've muted the stream. All right, let's get started. So, Taisho Alice. I've never played this. And we're going to wing it. I'm not going to use a guide because there's no fun in that. So let's just start. Has anyone in chat played this before? You're cleaning data for a stroke clinical trial. Wow. Suddenly you find yourself lost in a world of darkness. All I know about this game is that the main character wakes up with no memories, and then she like sees some portraits of some guys, and then you can pick them, I think. And so I haven't done a lot of visual novel Twitch streaming, and which is surprising, right, given what I like to play. And I can't decide whether I want to read the whole thing or not. So I think I'm gonna read the stuff that is narration or that is my character talking, and then when the guys are talking, we'll let them talk. But if it gets to be too much work, maybe I'll adapt as we go. I don't know what people like when they watch streamers play visual novels. I watch some folks like my good friend Capsule J. He narrates everything, so I'm gonna try it. I don't know if I'm gonna do any crazy voices though, but we'll do some reading here. Nervous has seen some screenshots of the infamous mobile translation. Yeah, if you saw my tweet, you'll know the hiragana versus katakana Alice thing is from that infamous translation. But luckily, this is a brand new translation. Molly, who's a translator friend of mine, or we're pals online, you know how it is, but she worked on this, so I have very high hopes for the translation quality. Waking up with no past baggage and suddenly surrounded by ikemen, the dream. Yes, the dream indeed. That's kind of like amnesia, right? Whoa, that freaked me out. That music, that was kind of weird. I was like, what is that? Yeah, very similar to Amnesia. but hoping I will like this a bit better than Amnesia, because I was not the biggest fan of the plot in that one. Anyway, let's continue. Where am I? I keep walking and walking, but I can't seem to find an exit. It's so dark I can't see a thing. I can't even tell how far I've walked or how much time has passed. No matter where you go, the scenery around you remains static and unchanging. It's as if the darkness has consumed everything, all sense of direction, even the very concept of time itself. Oof. By the way, we've been walking quite a while now because I've been talking so much, so it's just like endless walking. You hope that there are beefcake angels in this one too? Yes! I'm here for the beefcake angels. I already forgot his name from Il's route in Café Enchanté. He was great though, for the very little we got to see him. Were you to stand perfectly still and hold your breath, the only sound would be that of your own heartbeat. What am I doing here? Who am I? You can't remember a thing. Not even your own name. Can't remember anything. Alone in the dark, fear and loneliness overwhelms you. Hello? Is anyone there? If you're there, say something, please. No one's here. Was I always alone, or did I get separated from someone? I don't know. I don't know anything. That is sexist. This is sexist and I don't remember his name. I'm sorry, Beefcake Angel. You soon grow tired of walking, and yet every time you think to stop, something spurs you forward in spite of yourself. Maybe I'll find something just up ahead. I don't know, wishful thinking, really. There's nothing. Your morale is in tatters, and your legs are threatening to give out, but you press on regardless. Ugh, what on earth? That did sound kind of gross. Oh, out of nowhere, the darkness seizes you by the leg, threatening to pull you down into its inky depths. No! You struggle with all your might, refusing to let the shadows swallow you up. That's me wheezing. With no way to tell left from right, you run blindly forward. And then, after an impalpable length of time, oh, that's a good word, you meet a young man. Here we go. Hello, Tuzdo Tex. I don't know how to pronounce your name, I'm sorry. Tugzido? Tex? Did you come just in time for my wheezing? A young man with golden blonde hair and pretty blue eyes. Well, he seems like the poster character for this game. Tuds.exe. Oh my god. That all makes sense. That makes more sense when you put the dot in there. Thank you. And his name is... I finally found you. Oh. So tell me, who are you? What are you doing here? Do you know where we are? He is on the main menu. I've heard the main menu does change as you play through the game, though. Oh my god. Whoa, dude. Starting off really friendly. What's your name, anyway? Just call me a fat ass. The bow's a bit much, Kirk's saying. I don't mind the bow. Maybe the hair bow for me is a bit much. I like the neck bow. He's totally negging me. Yeah, wow, alright. He thinks I'm a narcissist and I'm fat. I'm sorry. I was just so happy to see you. I couldn't help it. I guess you're hugging him. Oh. The thing is, I don't remember what my name is, or even what I'm doing here. Yeah, you hit it, hit the nail on the head. We have amnesia. Very common in these games. Curse blessing, yeah, you're just jelly that you're not able to pull off this look. I think very few of us would be able to pull off this look. Most likely, yes. I've been trying to remember, but for some reason I just can't. Almost like I'm not myself. Everything's so fuzzy. Oh, he did a little bob. Did you see that? That was funny. Why did he bob? That's all you have to say? Hmm? Single scintilla of interest in you. Ooh. I love it. Good localization. Good vocabulary. Yeah, I guess that's fair. We've only just met after all. So, what's your name? Who are you? Can you tell me where we are? He is major tsundere. So, like max tsundere vibes. You're no basket of kittens yourself. Oh, thoughtless bore. Hmm. Well, there really isn't anyone else to talk to, is there? If I didn't like you, we wouldn't be here right now. Really? There's no one else. Oh, now he moved sideways. Listen, can we talk about you for a while? I want to know more about you. Yeah, I know. I'm like, hurry up and show me the other guys. Well, yes, but look, I spent all that time wandering alone in the dark, and now I finally found you. Of course, I'm going to be more curious about you. Oh, yeah, I'm the odd one. Thanks. Oh, hey, Vanishing Age. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I don't know why he's. Maybe he's in a bad mood because he's also been in this weird dark area with no people. You think so? One corn dog shy. Wait, one corn dog shy of a picnic. Oh my god. One corn dog shy of a picnic. I don't even eat corn dogs. Am I really that strange? Oh, I know. In that case, how about you choose a name for me? No, I don't want to give this guy that power. Yeah, that's what I want to know. Well, you said it's odd for me to ask a stranger his name when I don't even know my own. I haven't seen a corn dog around these parts in over 20 years. Corn dogs don't seem like picnic food. Yeah, they seem more like high school cafeteria food to me. Or, frozen dinner food. I don't think corn dogs are really a thing in Australia. I can't remember it, and you're the only other person here, and on top of that, you want me to introduce myself first. So if you choose my name for me, I'll have a name I can introduce myself with. It's like killing two birds with one stone. No fashion sense or class. Good start. Pretty smart, am I right? So, for those of you who haven't played this before, this is just episode 1. I mean, I haven't played it either, but I know a little bit about it. And it's just got 2 character routes, and then so far, I think there are 3 episodes out in English, 4 episodes total of the complete game, and each episode has a couple character routes on it, so you can only get 2 like chapters of the story in this one. Will you give me a name? Am I your dad? I'm not your dad. Then what will you call me? Okay, fine. Forget about me for right now. So tell me about you. What's the little bouncing? Stop dodging the question. Maybe this conversation will get somewhere. Please. Nice. Nice to meet you, Mr. I think. They even put Mr. I think in the little character name box. Ugh, yeah, we're such a dad. Look, I'm sorry, it was a joke, okay? Please don't go. Oh, he hates jokes. What a real charmer. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, the girl's pretty fun so far. She's got a bit of sass. So you're Alice, huh? Cute name. But you're not sure if it's really yours? Why's that? Don't talk like you know me, Alice. You know nothing. Will you please just answer the question? Oh yeah, that's a tsundere face. Sabisu. It reminds me of Polar Bear Cafe, where Polar Bear is like Sabisu, Sabisu. Has anyone seen that anime? One of my favorites. You don't remember your own name? Ha! That's what I'd say. Ha! Oh yeah, Polar Bear Cafe has so many good seiyuu, so many good voice actors. Takahiro Sakurai is Polar Bear. So we're basically in the same boat. It is very similar to the beginning of Amnesia. At the beginning of Amnesia, you're in this like dark area and you run into, oh, what was his name? Orion. I think his name's Orion. The little fairy guy. But he's much nicer. But you're not sure that it's your name. An alpha male such as myself. Uh-huh. But that's all you remember, huh? Next he's gonna tell us about his like pickup tricks YouTube channel or something. Pickup artist channel. Okay, we're both Alice. You want me to be Alice? The ribbon in my hair is a signifier of my dominant masculine energy. Yeah, he's so masculine. He's confident and can wear the ribbon. I know. If it were really, like, if I were the one in this conversation, I would have ended it a long time ago. I'd go, I'm going back to the darkness. I can't deal with you. We knew each other? Maybe we were friends. Or maybe we were in love. You know? Oh, oh, sure. I like you, though. What? Like, could you give me any name aside from the one that you think might be your name? Here we go. That's all well and good, but now we'll both be named Alice. Kind of weird, don't you think? Ah, that's a good way of doing it. This is that famous hiragana and katakana Alice. Nope, I'm good with Arisu. Nice to meet you, Alice. Oh, alright. So what's your next move, Alice? Do you guys think we're gonna, like, get past this intro bit? It feels like this is gonna go on forever. Yeah, maybe the whole game just takes place in here. Oops. Oh, hey, Capsule J, you're still awake. Thought you'd go back and go to bed after your stream. Oh, can I do a shout out? Let me try. Huh? Yay! I did it. Still learning the ropes here. Episode 1 is just this empty room and talking, like Evangelion episode 25. But yeah, that would be pretty funny. Yes, so this guy is named Alice, and you are also named Alice, but the whole Arisu and Alice thing, as they explained earlier, was that he's going to go by the English style Alice, and you're the Japanese style Alice, so the Japanese pronunciation of Alice or Arisu, which is why it's written like that. I suppose you're right. I do want to get out of here, now that you mention it. I may not have my memories, but I can tell I'm not meant to be here. I mean, why else would the darkness attack me earlier? Oh yeah, that's right. I've already forgotten about that. I feel like this guy is worse than the darkness. Yeah, before we met up, I was searching for an exit when it grabbed my leg out of nowhere. Thought it was going to swallow me up. Come to think of it. You're exhausting, dude. How is it I'm able to see you so clearly when it's pitch black in here? Isn't that kind of strange? I mean, good point. Well, they did do a better job, I think, than the original horrible translation of Taisho Alice, episode 1, where they said, like, I'll be hiragana Alice and you be katakana Alice, or vice versa. I guess the English style Alice would be katakana Alice. That doesn't make any sense. So, you gotta work with what you've got. Should have gone with Butch Alice and Femme Alice, and he is Femme Alice. That's one way of doing it too. You saying this is something you notice right away? Oh, I like that, Capsule J. Alice and Alice with a Y. Yeah, different spelling. I think for, yeah, someone who's not, you know, familiar with this game as a Japanese game, which to be fair, probably most people that are playing this know of its origins or are into otome games, but to make it more accessible, yeah, saying like the Japanese pronunciation of Alice, and everyone's like, what? Why? Why the Japanese pronunciation? You know? But I think it's pretty good. I liked it. In this darkness, one would think we'd only see each other as shadowy silhouettes, but to me, you look the same as you would under ordinary daylight. Oh, I know. What about me? Can you see me? One man comedy routine. Yeah, there's not much to do here. Handsome young exorcist. Well, oh, there for decoration? He's really not a nice guy. You're right, I can't be a ghost. I have hands and feet and everything. Phew, that's a relief. I guess he's just perfectly chill hanging out in here forever. No, not really. It's just a gut feeling, the same way you know we're trapped. Oh, sorry. I was looking at the. Oh, I forgot I was supposed to be reading. I was reading it to myself, but I don't know if I can do this on the fly. But I noticed that the little my purple chat boxy here is a tiny bit too small. Whoa, tiny bit too small. And it'd be interesting to see if you can see me warping all of this in real time, or maybe it won't change anything. Maybe it won't. I don't think it will. Okay. Oh, no, you can. Hold on. Now it's bothering me. Oh! Okay. Hold on. Almost got it. Shift. There we go. Oh, it's still a bit too big, hey? I don't know why this is so fiddly. I just want it to be the right size. I spent a bunch of time yesterday trying to get all this set up, but it's hard to see when you don't have people chatting a bunch. That's good. Oh, there we go. There we go. Beautiful. This is yeah, behind the scenes and content. You're seeing how the sausage is made. Indeed. Yay, we did it. Is this an Axis game? No, this is... Oh. Who released this? I know Primula is the company. I think they did it themselves. As in they... it's like independently published by the Japanese company? Somebody could do some research. Otherwise, I will check after the stream and let you know. Oh, you should be sleeping, but you got stuck in a puzzle and was too stubborn to quit till you beat it. So now you're hyped up from playing the puzzle so long? Did you finally beat it? Okay, I'm going back to reading here. So I'm not sure I can. All I know is that there must be a reason it tried to devour me, though I don't know if it was seeking me specifically or if I just happened to pass by or what. I do not know. Primula is a brand of squeezy cheese. Wow. So whenever you think of Taisho Alice, you think of squeezy cheese? The only other alternative I can think of is, what if the darkness wasn't attacking me, but rather my body was attempting to assimilate itself? Is that the assumption you would come to? There's only two alternatives. One, darkness was attacking me. Two, my body was attempting to assimilate with the darkness. It really is Evangelion, you're right. Oh, I'm glad you finally beat the puzzle, Capsule J. You must be pretty far along now, right? Because you were playing quite a while today. I know you were playing when I was still at work earlier today. I'm not sure. I think maybe I'd disappear, cease to exist. Something like that. Oof, this is deep. How do you know you even exist? So that's the next step. I don't know. Maybe? No, I definitely want my memory back. What do you mean? Oh, you think you'll beat it next time you play? Great. I'll have to make sure to tune in for that. Oh yeah, Catherine does have two characters with different, the same name written differently. That one's pretty easy though, the C and K, right? It's the only difference. Oh, this is too deep for me. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's true. Why is he so sure that my past is full of dark secrets? Maybe I'm just a chill person. Yeah, I am. No matter what mistake she made, no matter who she is, she's still me. Does this game have music? Yeah, it does. Can you guys not hear the music? Oh no. Can you hear the voices? Oh dear. Yes. You've had no game audio. No! Oh no! Oh! Oh my god. Where'd it go? Can you hear it now? Oh, no. The whole time? Oh no, I'm so sorry. So from the beginning, you didn't have any? Oh. I was letting him speak everything too. Yeah, okay, well, there you go. There's piano music now, right? I'm sorry. Yeah, the character has voice too. Let's see if he'll say something. Here you go. Thanks for saying something though, Castle J. We would have gone through the whole game with no audio. The level's okay? Yeah, it's funny though because I actually did fiddle around with it because I was noticing that the desktop audio was being a bit weird because as I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, this is my first time streaming a PC game, so I fiddled with the settings and thought it was all set to go, but clearly I screwed it up before we started. Well, good, now we know. That's not the voice you had for him in your head. Yeah, this whole time. You were wondering why I wasn't reading his lines, right? I wasn't reading them because he's reading them. But it's okay. It's fine. Oh! Oh dear. I minimize all my windows. We're fine. Phew. Okay. well-oiled machine here. Okay. I don't know. If she despises me, what does that mean for me? Now I'm confused. Wait, what? How do we, Huh? Oh, here we go. Oh. Yourself may not accept you. Okay, sure. Yeah, you guys could make up your own voice for Alice.
自分自身の消失を意味するのだろう。つまりはどちらかが消える。
Well, thanks. I'm glad that we figured it out anyway before I did a whole 2 hours or so on stream. So, no different from if I were assimilated into the darkness.
そうだ。
To be honest, there's still a lot I don't quite understand, but I can tell that you're worried about me. Thank you. Really? You're a sweet, kind-hearted person. I'm sure you don't want me to disappear.
なぜそうなるんだ。
Isn't it obvious? Everything you just said makes it crystal clear you don't want me to see me go.
君の脳内はお花畑がお菓子でできてるのか？まるで煮詰めすぎたジャムのなり損ないみたいだ。
They left you in the oven too long. Or maybe they made me extra special.
都合よく解釈しすぎだ愚か者。なぜ僕が会ったばかりの君を心配する必要がある？
Maybe you like me, or maybe being alone frightens you.
いい加減に君と話すのも疲れてきた。いいか、僕は。
If that's not it, then maybe you don't want to disappear. Maybe you don't want to remember.
なぜそう思う？
If it's not me you're worried about, then it has to be you.
君は本当に頭が悪いな。君はこの世界を一体何だと思っているんだ？
A really dark place?
想像力の欠如だ。もう一度よく考えろ。3秒待ってやる。3、2、1。はい、終了。
Oh, come on.
これ以上君のトンチンカンな考えに付き合っている義理はないので結論だけ言おう。
I would have said
僕はこの世界は
purgatory.
夢だと。
We're gonna try to come up with where we are. A dream? Is that even possible?
僕に記憶はないが、それでも本能的に、本質的にこの世界は現実ではないということはわかる。ならば、この世界は何かと考えた際、一番現実的な答えが夢の中だ。君は闇に飲み込まれそうになったと言ったが、闇は闇だ。意志なんてあるわけがない。
Yeah, it's gotta hand it to you, Alice. Stating some facts.
本当に闇に意志や目的があるとするのならば、それは闇っぽい何かであって闇ではない。
An imitation
では
of darkness.
なぜ君は闇に襲われたなどと妄言を吐いたのか。安心しろ。妄言とは言ったが、別に君が嘘をついたとは思ってはいない。僕はあくまでも現実的に
Just trying to use some deductive reasoning here.
に過ぎない。
Let's think about this
だがこれが夢だ
logically.
としたら、全てが肯定される。なぜならば夢
This
だ。
world is probably not a
こ
reality,
の世
just
界
a
が夢の
hunch.
中だと仮定する
Yeah.
と正
I
直
mean,
何
it
でもある
seems totally normal, right?
夢ならば闇っぽい何かに襲われようが幽霊ツチノコネッシーなどといったいわゆる創作上の生物に襲われようが何ら不思議ではない。現実も理論もクソ
Loch
く
Ness.
以上僕がこの世界
Oh,
が
do
夢
you
で
all
あると
have
思う理念
like
だ。
a
何か質問は
local legend where you are?
いき
Thanks
なり
for
ブサイクな面を
stopping
した
by,
どうした
Capital J. I hope you have a
僕
nice
を笑わ
sleep.
す気か。
See you soon. In Lake Champlain, Vermont, where I grew up, we had Champy. Champy the sea
そうか
monster.
そうか。なら僕も加勢してや
I
る。
guess he was a lake monster, not a sea monster. Sorry, I missed that. This concludes my dream reasoning. Oh, that was him. Who? No, that's me. Oh, I got lost. So he said, this concludes my dream reasoning. Okay. I figured if I pinch my cheek, I'd know if it were a dream or not. Oh, and then he's gonna help us out. Okay, got it. Ow, that hurts. I think.
君は現質という言葉を知っているか？怪我や病気によって四肢を切
Oh,
断
he
し
thinks
た
he's so
後、
smart.
あ
Look
る
at
は
that
ずもない
smirk.
手や足が痛む症状だ。詳しい原因は分かっていないそうだが、 体に受けたダメージだけが痛みとして知覚されるわけではないという。夢で色を認識しているのはなぜだ。時にはうまいものを食べて味や匂いといった感
I
覚
don't
を
think I've ever
夢
had
の
a
中で得
dream
た
where
こ
I
と
was
は
like,
ないか。
oh, I can smell and taste his food.
別にありえないことはない。それは僕が知っているからだ。記憶しているからだ。自分の蓄えられた記憶、その神経回路の発火が夢だ。したがって夢とは自分の記憶の断片の再現。
No
最高
cryptids in
正当
Kansas?
夢に
Not
登場
any?
する人物や場所
Oh,
は
that's too
ほとん
bad.
どの場合脳のどこかに記憶されたものだ。
It does, yeah, now that you mention it, all these random, yeah, threads of the conversation make it feel like a Hideo Kojima game. They say that a dream is a reproduction or recreation of your
知
memories.
らないものは夢でも
Sounds
ど
like
うにもならないが、
something
過去に経験したものを
Otakon
元
would
にして
say, I don't
脳
know.
が勝手に作り出すことだって可能だろ。もしくはこういう捉え方もできる。例えば夢で落ちる夢を見たとしよう。衝撃で目覚めるとベッドの上から落ちて
Okay, yes, let's
痛い
explain
に決まっ
dreams
と
now.
いうわけでだ。君がごく古典的で安直な方法でこれが夢かそうではないかを確かめ
Thank
よ
you,
うとしているが、
Alice.
実
Alright, I see.
まあどれもこれもあくまで仮説だ。僕の言葉がどれだけ信憑性めいていても確証はない。これが夢だとしても目覚めなければ夢だと断定できないんだから。
Suppose this really is a dream. Why haven't I woken up?
やれやれ、これだからグリーンは
Plebian.
答えを僕に求めるな。僕は優秀な人間だが万能ではない。
Well,
そうやって
alright, so
人
he
に
just
頼り
called himself
自
a
分自身の
genius.
思考をおろそかにするな。
You're the one who asked me if I had any questions.
しかない。ならばヒ
The
ントを得
Vancouver
よう。
Overwatch team has a Yeti as their mascot? Oh, that's cute. But it's not very Vancouver. Oh.
君は言っただろ。
Yeah,
Yami
I
ni
don't know
focus
where.
すれば
I thought
自分自身は
Yeti was
消えて
like
しまう。
Tibet or
それは
something.
夢の
I
中
don't
で
know
自
where
分という
Yetis
存
live.
在が非常にあやふやな状態
In
である
like
ことを示
Oregon,
している
they've
んだ。
got Bigfoot. Oregon and Washington. So whenever I go visit my family who live outside of Portland, there's Bigfoot stuff everywhere. My whole existence?
そうだ。自分が自分であるとわからない。それはつまり記憶喪失であることにつながる。では、なぜ夢の中で記憶を失っているのか。夢
Yeah,
は
I
自分
guess Yetis aren't really tied to a specific location, but more anywhere where there's snow. That makes sense. Maybe I went to sleep questioning my identity, or maybe I wanted to forget.
そう考えるのが自然だろうな。
Is that why you're so convinced we can't escape?
その通りだ。君が闇に襲われたと言ったが、それは無意識のうちに自分を無に帰そうとしているのかもしれないぞ。そもそもこれが夢だとしたら、どちらが本物なんだろうな。夢を見ているのは僕、
Obviously my
それと
dream.
も君。
If we're dreaming about each other, then what relationship do we have in the waking world?
夢の中の不快で理不尽な登場キャラクターといったところだろう。夢ならこれは悪夢。
Uh-huh.
正直、一刻も早く目
I'd
覚めて
like
ほ
to
しい。
stop talking to you too, dude. That sucks.
話がだいぶ脱線しまくったな。
Oh, right. Where were we? I seem to recall we were debating whether or not this place has an exit.
君はまだこの世界から出たいと思うのか。
Yeah, dream or not, I want to get out of here.
たとえ現実の自分が望んでいなくても。
If this dream is a fragment of my memory, then surely the real me wants to wake up just as much as I do.
そっか。出口を探すという
Anything to
なら
get
勝手
me
に
away
する
from
の。
you, Alice.
僕はどうでもいい。僕はこのままで構わない。正直動くのも面倒。
Yeah, you stay
こうして
here
他人
and
と
I'll
話すの
go.
も嫌で嫌でしょうがない。君が自ら去ってくれるというのなら願ったり
Oh,
叶
well,
った
that
り。
makes two of us that are exhausted from this whole situation. Won't you be scared all by yourself? Won't you miss me?
別に
I'll miss you though.
君、自分勝手だって言われないか。
I say just you, but I can't remember. Ha! Get it? Amnesia?
君は人の上げ足取りが好きだな。記憶をなくす前も さずや素晴らしい性格をしていたんだろう。
That's fair. I kind of feel like you deserve it, though.
神様、仏様、古今東西どこぞのマイナーな神様でもいいからお願いです。僕をこの悪夢から目覚めさせてください。この人の話を聞かない悪魔からどうか救いたまえ。信じる者は救われるというが、神など真実とも、崇め立てずとも、
Yeah, he really does need a lesson in manners. It's too much. Let's look for the exit together. Two heads are better than one, you know. She just totally ignored him.
僕にとっては君はお荷物だという可能性を少しでも考えてみたらどう？
And you might be right, but either way, I'm not going to abandon you
知っ
here.
ているかな？そういうのは余計なお世話というのだ。親切の押し売りは鬱陶しいだけだ。
I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing it for me. I want to be with you.
君にわずかながらの良心と常識があれば、わがままは良くないものだとわかる。
Pretty sure she just admitted that she was being selfish. I say it depends on the circumstances.
君も本当に懲りないな。ある種の狂気であり恐怖を感じさせる。
Oh, something changed. Don't worry. No matter what happens, I won't let go. You're not alone. I'll always be with you.
手をつなぐ必要があるのか。
Oh, really? Just leave him in the dust. Yep.
なぜ
She's got a lot of hair. Look at all that hair. Because.
私が手をつなぎたいからだろう。
Right.
くだらない。実にくだらない。僕は運動と無駄が大嫌いなんだ。この二つに共通することが
I
分
am
かる。
enjoying the voice actor
消
though.
費だ。
He's
運
delivering the
動は体力を
lines
消
pretty
費させ、
well.
無駄は時間の無作為な消費だ。だが残念なことに、時間を有効活用しようと思ったのなら、それなりの代償を払わなければならない。動いている。息をしているということは時間が
Yeah, he's
進
like,
んでい
with
るとい
every
う証
breath we
拠で
take,
もある。
time keeps marching on as if they
よ
could
っ
be
て、
doing
お
anything
そら
else
く
right
普段の
now.
僕ならば、最短かつ最適な行動を取るところだろう。だが、ここには時間の概念がない。つまり、思う存分無駄をしようが構わないということだ。急がば回れというが、急ぐ必要性すらないのなら、僕はグダグダと自分のペースで気ままに行動することを選ぶ。
Huh? So what? He just. Uh-huh. So you wasted all this time saying this big spiel about how you don't want to waste time, but in the end, time doesn't exist, so we can't waste time. This is, yeah, we're going in circles here. He just likes to hear himself talk, I think.
いいか、できるだけゆっくり歩け。急に走るな。間違った道を選ぶな。疲れたら休むぞ。
Oh, yeah. I'm already tired, Alice. Yeah, it is confusing. You like you think that your character is Alice. Got it. Ugh. Alright, we're walking. So begins the story of Alice and Arisu. Hand in hand, you wander through the darkness in search of an exit. Very slowly so you don't bother him. Hee hee.
なんだ、突然笑い出したりなんかして気持ち悪い。気でも狂ったか。ああ、まあ最初から君は狂っていたな。すまない。
You know what, Alice? I'm glad we met. I enjoyed talking to you, and in spite of all your protests to the contrary, I think you feel the same way. You're such a sweetheart. I feel like she's just messing with him now.
僕は君といると調子が狂う。
And so the friendly conversation continues. No ground to walk on, no concept of time, no one else in sight, and yet, with Alice at your side, you don't miss any of it. You walk and walk and walk. There appears before you a giant looking glass. Oh, very Alice in Wonderland. Ooh, look at that big crystal. It's so pretty. I would be making a more big a deal out of if you've been walking forever, haven't seen anything, and then all of a sudden you see something. I would be like, oh my god. It is?
水晶だったらこんなにもはっきりと自分の姿が映らないだろう。
You're right. I can see my face from every angle.
水晶のような鏡なのか、鏡のような水晶なのか、どちらかはわからんがな。
don't know why they gotta put his face on the far right. Like every other Otome game is always smack dab in the middle, and now we've got the my little chat boxes over his face. Sorry about that. Yeah, I mean, it's weird that it's so sparkly here in the dark. Is it glowing or is light shining onto it from somewhere? Well, we already had this discussion with these two.
僕たちの姿が見えているのも不自然だろう。僕たちはクラゲか、ホタルか、チョウチンアンコウか、おそらく理屈ではないのか。
No, we're actually jellyfish. Maybe this is the exit?
鏡を見て即出口だと思う君の考え方は短絡的で安直すぎて理解できない。と言いたいところだが、この状況下においてはあながち間違いだと言い切れるものでもないのかもしれない。だが、
Jellyfish Otome game, make it happen.
ほら見ろ。普通だ。種も仕掛けもない。これが物語なら鏡を通り抜けて別の世界にとなるわけだ。
Ha ha ha, if only. What would the other world be like?
そっくり同じ。ただ何もかもが逆さまなんじゃないのか。この世界が現実でないのだとしたら、鏡の向こうは現実世界なのかもしれない。
What do you think it's like back where we came from?
さあな、この世界が夢であり、かつ悪夢ならばいい世界であり、いい夢ならば悪い世界なんだろう。
She said exactly what I said.
どうなるの？
Uh-huh. Don't you dare.
別に少しくらい構わないだろう。もしかしたら壊したら何か起こるかもしれないぞ。だがまあ僕はやらないがな。そもそも僕はこれが何であるのかもどうでもいい上に。
Why doesn't he care about getting out?
それに加
He
え、
doesn't care about
僕は素
anything.
手で鏡をぶち破るような野蛮な人間でも
Yeah,
な
he
いし、
thinks he's
破
deep.
片で怪我でもしたら割に合わない。
Well, I'm not gonna break it either. Sure, maybe you're right. Maybe something would happen if I did. On the other hand, maybe this mirror means a lot to someone. What? This logic.
バカバカらしく
Don't be such a
そう
square.
だね。やってみる。えいパリン。
的なことくらいやってのければいい。安全圏に逃げ込んでいては何も変わらんぞ。
His voice. But what if you got hurt in the process?
もちろん君を恨む。無思慮と無謀は愚かだ野蛮だと君を蔑む。当
He
然だ。
already does that. You hope they meet a hot half-demonic Jabberwocky. Oh, that would be cool. Have you looked at the bachelors from this game, though? You might be a bit disappointed if that's what you're hoping for. Maybe there's a reason the giant mirror is here. Maybe we can clear away all the darkness. Wait, maybe we can clear away the darkness by going to the world beyond.
はいはい出た出た。人の話を無視する君の得意技だ。鏡を通り抜けること自体現実では
Yeah,
な
I
い。
can understand. If you have no
Musou de-
memories and you're in
Musou de-
just a dark
Musou de-
place with nothing, yeah, don't know, you know, how long would you try to find something before you just gave up? But this is a dream,
可
right?
能だな。明晰夢といってこれが夢だと自覚することによって
Yeah. If so, I want to pass through the mirror to the other side. Just as you reach out to the mirror, suddenly the mirror radiates a blinding light. Ah! When the light fades, the mirror no longer reflects you, but two other figures.
これはちくそ目がくらんだ。
Oh ho! On the left is a man with an expression as dull as cinders. And on the right is a man with a red hood pulled down over his eyes. Men? Men? That's exactly what I'd say.
こいつらが女に見えたのなら眼科に行くことをお勧めする。今
Okay, you
眼科
don't
に行
know
きたいのは
Alice,
僕だ。
alright?
どちらも同じ世界観のもの。
Similar vibe. They seem familiar somehow.
奇遇だな。僕も。
Alright, folks, in the chat, start thinking if we have to choose one of these, which one you want to choose, because we're gonna vote. I don't know if we can, but you prod the surface of the mirror with your finger, and it ripples like water.
いけそうだ。
Sure does.
さて、 君が発言する前に言っておこう。どうせ君のことだから特に考えもなしにどちらかの鏡の中に飛び込もうとするんだろう。鏡の世界が果たしてどういった世界なのか、映し出された人物が敵か味方かもわからない状態で何の確証もないことに挑戦すること、結果に対する深い考えがなさすぎる。
Why wouldn't you if there's nothing going on here better than this?
正直言って僕は嫌だ。行きたくはない。これは僕が怯えているわけではなく、僕の最初から一貫した発
It's in
言だ。
my nature.
考えだ。僕は面倒事が嫌いなんだ。
Yeah, he's a scared baby. They seem familiar because they appear as boring as you.
だが
Yep.
僕は君に手をつながれている。君は僕の手を離さないだろうし、このまま僕も鏡の世界に行くことになるのだ。
Such a tsundere. Oh, well, you won't let go of my hand, so I guess
一
I
年
gotta go
卓上
with
とい
you.
うが、正直僕にとっては合意のない上での心中と同じだ。
Alright, a vote from Curse Blessing for Red Riding
僕は
Hood.
君と出会ってから少々どころか、
I have
大い
to
に迷惑
say,
をかけられて、
of those
大
two
いにうんざり
choices,
さ
Red
せられてい
Riding
る
Hood
のだ
looks。more appealing to
これ以
me.
上君の言いなりになってわがままに付き合わされるのはごめんだ。
Alright,
だからこ
Alice.
そ僕はあえてと、君はどちらを選ぶ？
Alright. Yep. You're super annoying, but I'm gonna let you pick. Go with Red. Oh, because you hope it involves a hot wolf guy. Yeah, that would be cool. Alright. Any other votes? Man with eyes as dull as cinders. The man with the Red Riding Hood. I guess Alice is gonna come with me, so I can just go have fun without him. Unfortunately. Vanishing Age says they both have good seiyuu. I'm not sure who the seiyuu of the Cinderella guy is. I know Red Riding Hood is the same as Lupin from Code Realize. So I think I'm gonna go with him. Alright, Red Riding Hood it is. But let me know who the Cinderella guy is. I choose you! No, this one! Together, you and Alice reach out to the mirror. Then you walk through the glass and jump down into the looking glass world. Alright. Oh! Alright. Opening.
Little town is open in the dark. Shadow from the mouse. Elephant is dancing on the top of my palm. Tapping nicely. Look at this, look at that. Fish is crossing the black sand. Hey, look here, hey, look.
So yeah, these other characters aren't in this episode. But they'll be in future episodes. She's cute though. I like Arisu. So she's Hiragana Alice. Yep, Japanese style Alice.
I am on my way, honey. Happy songs and a good town. Long time ago, where was this he? I have been looking for no, I don't know, no, I can't recall.
You like Wizard Curse Blessing? He seems cool. They all look like they'll have fun routes. I actually thought this first chapter was just English style Alice and Red Riding Hood. I didn't realize it had Cinderella in it. Oh, Cinderella looks grouchy.
Little town is open in the dark. Shadow from the mouse. Elephant is dancing on the top of my palm. Tapping so nicely. Dear friends, wait for me. Don't ever let go but dream. Dear friends.
Oh, Cinderella's Daisuke Hirakawa. Alright. I'm sure we could too then. The love gift. Not just any gift, a love gift. I do really like fairy tale adaptations and all of that. So I'm interested to see, you know, how they kind of play off of the different fairy tale stories. One day, my mother said to me,
いいこと？あなたは他の子と違ってとってもいい子なの。だからお外で遊んではダメ。
Wicked wolves.
周りのみんなは
We don't
狼
want to
な
run
の。
into them.
狼はどんな悪いことをするかわからないから話しかけられても知らん顔をしているのですよ。お母さんがいない間ちゃんとお留守番してるのよ。もし、はい、お母さん。
I'm sorry, Mother. I'm sorry I didn't listen. I arrived at a house in the middle of the dark woods near the lake.
誰かいませんか？
But no matter how hard I knocked, no one answered. This was definitely the right house. There weren't any others in sight. Hesitantly, I twisted the doorknob. Strangely enough, it was unlocked. The lights were all off, but the moonlight streaming in through the window faintly illuminated the interior. And the instant I saw it, I realized the weight of my sins. Oh, okay. Took a turn there. If only I hadn't disobeyed my mother and gone astray, I never would have lost everyone I ever cared about. Oh. Well, okay. Once upon a time in the Looking Glass world, there lived a man known as Red Riding Hood. He carried out each mission with a straight face, no matter how difficult they became, and could always be seen wearing his signature riding hood. One day, it was decided that he would serve as a bodyguard for a young, wealthy woman. She claimed that someone had been harassing her, and it had escalated to the point that she received a threatening letter in the mail. Back then, you couldn't be harassed over social media. They had to mail you letters. Whoop. Testimony from the rich girl. That day, I sat face to face with a steely-eyed police officer. He had paid a visit to my house, inquiring after the recent harassment I had reported.
それであなたがどういった嫌がらせを受けているか詳しくお話を聞かせていただいてもよろしいでしょうか
No. So wait. He's a police officer. Okay. Sure thing. So now I'm Eureka. I set my cup of tea back on the table, then balled my hands into fists and placed them in my lap. They actually had to pay money to send you harassing messages. Yeah, it was much more effort. Do you think that the curse blessing bets that the interior monologues are actually about Alice? So, So all of the narration is about Alice rather than about this Red Riding Hood character, you think? That'd be interesting. First I thought it was all in my head. Starting about a month ago, I would get these weird silent calls 2 or 3 times a day, but whenever I would answer the phone, the person would hang up. So what era is this in then? You got phones. I don't think of Red Riding Hood occurring in an era where there are telephones. After that, sometimes I'd be walking down the street and sense someone following me, or at home, I'd feel like someone was watching me. Oh, sorry, Curse Blessing. You mean the fairy tale intro? Yeah, okay. So you think the fairy tale intro part is Alice with a C, not an S.
あなたの勘違いということだ
Yeah, don't pull that crap on me, Hood. Believe victims. What, you think I'm just paranoid? I furrowed my brows.
人間は思い込みが激しい生物です
Mm-hmm.
特に心理的に不安になっている時には神経が過敏になって
You're saying I'm
普段なら
stressed.
気にならない日常の些細な出来事が気になるものです
So if someone tells me a ghost story, then my brain would be more inclined to interpret a harmless prank as paranormal activity?
そうです
He nodded calmly, then glanced around the
あ
room.
なたはこの広いお屋敷でお一人で暮らしているそうですね
You've done your homework, I see. Yes, my parents' jobs have them traveling all over the country, so they're hardly ever home. I decided to explain this situation in detail. You must have done a background check on me ahead of time. The police are always so efficient at their jobs.
つまりあなたは日常的に孤独を感じていたと
I mean, you're not wrong, but are you trying to suggest I'm a pathological liar or something?
その可能性がないとは限りません
Evidently, he was probing me for any strange behaviors. I guess that's how cops operate. Trust but verify and all that. Is that what their motto is? Trust but verify? I handed him the letter I received. E-cab. So you think I created this platform for attention, is that it?
これが例の脅迫状
Yeah.
です。
That's what you're trying to say, is it? Indeed it is. Oh, they even cut out the letters like some serial killer. Warning. You know what you did. Now confess or suffer terrible misfortune. I repeat, confess your sin. Next time I won't ask nicely. Signed the wolf. There you go. There you go, Purse Blessing. Your wolf is a
新聞など
harasser
の
and a
切り抜きで作
stalker.
った文章ですね。筆跡がわからないようにしていると。念のため、
The
鑑識
forensics
に
team.
回
He's
し
even
ます
got a forensics
手
team.
がかりはつかめないでしょう。
Why is that? I tilted my head.
わざわざ筆跡も消印もわからないようにしている人物が指紋を残すような失態を犯すとは思えます。
Oh, I see.
それに、あなたの虚言という可能性も低くなる。
Okay, sure. I mean, yeah, glad to hear it. I caught my hands, glad to be freed from suspicion. I'm not sure how that made OS suspicious, but that's fine.
あ
You
の
should
時の
believe her
罪を
anyway.
認めろ
Oops.
などという非常に曖昧な当人しかわからないような文章で綴られています。仮にこれがあなたが周囲に構ってほしいと自演したものであれば、
Sure. Good point. I agree. I just want you to believe me.
この差出しに
Oh, he looks rough. He looks like he needs a nap. I'm afraid I don't. I promptly shook my head. I couldn't think of anything I might have done to piss anyone off, much less whoever the wolf was supposed to be.
では、あの時の罪とは何でしょう。
I wish. I shrugged my shoulders.
そうですか。質問を続けます。あなたは誰かに何か恨みを買うような
No. I shook my head
で
again.
すが、この文面からは特定の人物への恨みつらみが感じ取れる。
I nearly shook my head a third time, but managed to stop myself. That's the part I'm not supposed to deny. Yeah, very convincing. I murmured vaguely and took a sip of my tea.
宛名が書かれていないので、あなた以外に宛てられた
I've
脅
never
迫状
done
であ
anything
る可
wrong
能
in
性
my
もあ
life.
りますが、
When I asked them, they all said they couldn't think of anyone.
なるほど。ちなみに、あなたとご家族の関係は良好ですか？
I mean, I like to think so, at
あなた
least.
は年頃のあなたを広い屋敷に一人きりにするようなご両親を恨んではいないのですか？
Not really. Granted, I knew my family situation was uncommon, but as far as I was concerned, I was well provided for. While they lived in another city and were typically hands-off, I received a hefty allowance from them and was generally allowed to live my life freely. Sounds pretty good. Maybe a bit lonely.
では、お兄様はどうですか？
Oni-sama. It's the first time we're hearing of an older brother. My brother?
はい。確か、あなたのお兄様はこの近くに住んでいると伺っておりますが。
The policeman fixed me with a probing look. You see, I have a much older brother. Why do I get? I have like an involuntary reaction where I click the right button on my mouse. We're the typical nuclear family, perfectly ordinary in every way. Anyone that says that is not, I feel like. Do you resent your family for living alone in a mansion with a hot bodyguard? Not really. Yeah, that's what I'd say. Wow, you really have done your homework on me. That's a cop for you, I guess. Anyway, yes, my brother does indeed live nearby. He's so busy with work that he opted to rent an apartment closer to his job rather than deal with the commute all the way from our parents' house.
あなたのお兄様をここに呼ぶこ
Who do
と
you
は
think
可
the
能です
brother
か？
is? What if it's Alice? For what
捜
purpose?
査の一環です。
I mulled it over. Perhaps he was having trouble taking me seriously, considering I was only 19. I mean, that makes sense. He's gotta interview, like, related folks, right? I understand where you're coming from, but I just don't think he'll have the time. He's a really busy guy.
妹のあなたが危機的状況だというのにもかかわらず
Oh, ramped up the stakes all of a sudden in Hood. First she didn't believe me, now it's life or death. Nope, he'll just say I'm hallucinating. He's not really the type to rush over and rescue me, to be honest.
あなたのお兄
Sounds
様
like
は
Alice.
鬼のように冷たい人ですね
Wow, your brother sucks. Oh, he absolutely is. I nodded vigorously.
失礼しました
The policeman took a sip of his tea. Evidently, he felt his statement was a touch improper for someone of his station. Yeah.
とりあえずあなたの家庭環境はかなり特殊なようですね
Yeah, it's not sus at all that he is too busy to speak to the cops. Yeah, I get that a lot. For the record, I do have his phone number, so you could try to call him if you like, but I don't think he'll answer. Then policeman pulled out his notepad.
一応控えさせていただいてもよろしいでしょうか
Oh, sure. This is so weird. I recited my brother's phone number, and the policeman promptly jotted it down.
ありがとうございます
He pocketed his notepad, then turned back to me.
それで嫌がらせの件ですが
Right. What do you think I should do?
あなたは何の心配もいりません
Ooh,
あなたの絵は
guarantee it
私が
personally.
保証します
Okay. Ooh, how manly. It's like the exact same thing I said. Ooh. I gave him the finger guns. What? The finger guns. What era is this supposed to be? Who's giving who finger guns? A hot guy risking his life to protect his damsel in distress. This is starting to feel like an action movie. Finger guns. I was perhaps not quite as nervous as I should have been given this situation.
私がここにいるからには
Yeah, the girls are a lot more fun. They really are. Finger guns. Hey!
今日からあなたを
Nice.
24時間監視させていただきます
Yay, constant surveillance. So far, I'm not super into Hood, though. He's like, kind of. That was not what I was expecting. What? As in 24/7? Hey, welcome back, Nervous. Did you get the finger guns? I stare blankly. 24/7 surveillance with no breaks? Is he gonna see me doing you know what? You know what? Oh no. And you want to start today? What? Wait, so does that mean you'll stay here for as long as it takes the culprit to... Let's start over there. Wait, so does that mean you'll stay here for as long as it takes until the culprit is apprehended?
そうです
Oh. In contrast to my concern, he was entirely unruffled. But I'm a woman and you're a man.
もちろんプライバシーに関わる部分はこちらもできる限り配慮します
Right. It's not my privacy I'm worried about, per se. This is all too sudden. Is this real life? Or is this a fantasy? Look, don't you think this is a little drastic?
何を悠長なことを言っているのですかあなたは脅迫状まで送られてきた身何かあってからでは遅いのです
So first he didn't believe me, now it's no. Precaution is too big. What am I trying to say? You know what I mean. I nodded reluctantly. Somehow I don't think he's going to take no for an
あなたに
answer.
傷一つつくことがないよう
What?
厳重な警護をす
Wait,
るよう
what?
上からは言われてい
Why
ます
didn't you just say that from the beginning if you received orders? Why did you give me the shakedown at the
理
beginning?
解してくださいあなたを守るためには必要なことです
Okay, he looked directly into my eyes. Oh, will we go along with his suggestion? I mean, I would, sure. Yeah, hot guy around 24/7. Does anyone want me to tell him to get out of here? Though I think this game does have bad endings, so I could make the wrong choice. What I'll probably do is play through at least once without a guide, and then if I want to go through it again to try to like actually see the proper endings, I'll use guides. I haven't decided whether I'll do that all on stream or not, but I'll at least play through the whole game once without a guide and see where we go. Okay, I'm gonna say yes. Very well then, I'm in your care, officer. I got to my feet and held my hand out for a handshake. As a helpless maiden threatened by some unknown menace known only as the wolf, I could use all the help I could get. He followed suit, rising to his feet.
ああ、申し遅れました。私は警視庁捜査一課赤ずきんと申します。
Akazukin. It really is just called Red Riding Hood. He inclined his head politely. Red, is it? Nice to meet you. I wiggled my hand, subtly prompting him to shake it, but he simply disregarded it after a glance. Wiggle, wiggle. Oh yeah, my name is...
存じております。ミス・アリス。
Oh, there it is. We're Alice. Well, now we're introduced, so now what? If he was going to be observing me 24/7, then we need to get him all settled in. So why are we called Eureka here if it's Miss Arisu? Is Eureka her first name and Arisu is her surname? Or vice versa? No, Eureka would be the first name. Anyway. Oh, that's right. Will you need to go home and pack a change of
心
clothes?
配ありません。必要最低限の荷物は持ってきました。
Oh, I guess you thought ahead. It's almost as if he came here expecting to just stay. That was the moment I noticed a gingham? Oh my god, I feel like I don't know how to pronounce that. Gingham basket on the floor next to him. Wow, that's cute. Not sure I was expecting that from Mr. Serious Business. Chris Blessing. Don't worry, I've got condoms. Yeah, he's all set. He's ready to go. Oh, right. Seeing as you'll be staying here, would you like me to include you in my meals? Would you like me to include you in my meals?
いえ、結構です。そ
He's
ちら
got
に
his
関
own
してはこちら
rations.
で用意しております。
Harji like ginkgo. Gingham. Yeah, that sounds right. Nervous. That sounds right. I had a brain fart there. To be fair, everyone, I am sipping on some wine. So, maybe a little sillier than normal this Friday night here in Australia. Wow, you really thought ahead. I glanced back at the basket. How can I possibly hold all that? What about showers? Instead of arguing the point, I decided to move on. My
水道
bedroom
水を
rations.
頭からかぶるか。それがダメなら当分の間入りません。
Wash myself necessary with tap water. She's probably got a shower. There we go. Okay, look, I am more than willing to let you borrow. Oh, hey, Nervous, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. You get to use the pie emoji I made. So I am more than willing to let you borrow the tub, so please go ahead and use it whenever you want. Seriously. Yeah, I'm sure she's got more than one bathroom. Sorry, but I can't have you going without showers for who knows how
で
long.
は、後でシャワーをお貸し願いま
I
す。
shall periodically make use of your shower. Evidently, he knew better than to fight me on this one. By all means. Oh, Pai Pai. What is it? You wanna be in the stream? She's actually on her poof and was sleeping, I think. Oh, she's looking at me. What? I don't know. It's about 9:30 at night here, so it's a little dark. You never know what dogs notice. Yeah, Pai Pai saw the emotes and said hello. Okay, by all means, please do. Now then, as for your sleeping arrangements.
心配いりません。外で寝るつもりです。
Yeah, it's not like we got the big mansion. In winter?
Come
Okay, I
on.
guess it's winter. Well, I do. You'll die out there. This is even worse than the new showers thing. We have plenty of guest rooms here. You can just use one of those.
私は客人ではありません。
Same difference. Come on, no need to be shy, alright? I smiled at him.
遠慮しているわけではありません。
Oh. But he denied it outright. At this point, I'm starting to think that maybe he wanted to stay as far away from me as possible. I don't know about that. Look, did I do something wrong? You just hate the idea of being around me more than necessary? I figured I may as well ask him directly, and yet...
好き嫌いの問題ではありません。あなたを守ることが
Okay, how are we all
私
feeling?
の任務です。
Red Riding Hood versus Alice. Oh yeah, Chris Blessing. Just as I'm like, well, how do we feel? Chris Blessing is already exhausted again. Okay, but what part of that means that you have to sleep outside? Is he really that worried about infringing on my privacy? He's very serious. At least he's not being a jerk to me constantly.
あなたは私のことは気になさらず、お好きなように行動してください。
Right. I struggled to keep the sarcasm out of my voice. For the sake of my own self-esteem, I'm going to assume he's trying to be a respectful house guest. Am I still allowed to go outside and stuff? Yeah, he's not obnoxious. He's not calling me fat
あ
and
なたの行
stupid
動を制限す
constantly.
る行為はしないつもりです。ただし、
Very
出かける際には
businesslike. Yes.
私も付き添わせていただきます。
So I can't get over the fact that he showed up, questioned whether she was really being harassed, but then when he saw the letter, he's like, okay, yep, you're being harassed, and then ramped it up to 100 and was like, this is a life or death situation. I got orders to stay here and watch you 24/7. Like, okay, sure. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but, you know, this is a video game. Is that not a limitation in and of itself? What happened to not infringing on my privacy? So much for that, I guess.
なぜです？
I don't think you can reasonably expect me to carry on with my daily life if you're going to be breathing down my neck the whole time.
そうですか。
Oh, yeah. Red didn't seem particularly bothered by this. He took a sip of his tea. Would you like a refill? Change the
Yeah,
subject.
of
Okay.
course.
He set his teacup back onto the saucer, sat up straight, and folded his hands in his lap. I got the distinct sense he was prepared to go without tea for the rest of his life if it meant sparing me the inconvenience. He's very nice. You know, you're a very guarded person. I bet you must get that a lot.
隙があっては職務に差し障ります。
Yeah, I like that. I like that line about the tea. I thought that was cute. I won't argue there, but still, as I trailed off, Red promptly changed the subject.
他に何か質問は？
Yeah. Do you have anything else to say? Compliment his outfit. Mention that his clothes are unique. I don't know. What do you think is the right thing to say? I think I would be nice. I mean, are they unique? I guess the hood's unique. Oh, the art on the choice signifier. You have a little tree, and then you've got like a pawn and a house. So I guess the left side is the Red Riding Hood, and the right side is like the Cinderella. Unique is not a compliment. No, it seems like it's like a underhanded sort of like, oh, you look a bit weird, huh? So I think we'll be nice. I don't know if he wants us to be nice. You know, some of these guys, you never know what's gonna get you the positive ending, but we'll try complimenting him. What a lovely outfit! You wear it
そ
well.
れはどうも。
His composure didn't waver, so I pressured on. Pressed, sorry. Pressed on. Why do you wear that riding hood anyway?
いけませんか？
Whoa! Chill! No, of course not. Oh, I know. Is red your favorite color?
それと
Mr.
今回のことについて
Jeez.
何か関係があるのでしょうか？ありませんよね。よって
Look at his smug face. You look so pouty. You're the one who wanted me to ask you.
何か
Nothing at all. Yeah, he doesn't want you to ask him about his hood. Having lost the will to argue with him, I slumped my shoulders. He was so frigid, he was practically Sub-Zero. Feeling like an intruder in my own house, I got to my feet, and he followed suit.
どこへ
To my room. I sniffed sadly. I wanted a moment to myself, alone.
そうですか。では、私もお供します。
What? I stared at him blankly.
言ったでしょう。私はあなたを護衛するために
Ah,
あ
yes,
なたを
okay.
24時間監視すると。
Wait, so you're just going to follow me around the house all day? Bishonen? Linus von Pelt? Nervous, I don't know if I get that reference. Who's Linus von Pelt?
もちろんそうです。
Tasukete, save me! What? Why? Why? What is this? I don't understand why you wouldn't translate that. What? They did so good on the Alice thing, but they left Tasukete in there? Okay, that's a choice. In the end, I decided to stay in the living room. If I couldn't have any alone time, then there was no point in going to my room in the first place. Now it was time for dinner. Are you sure you won't have dinner with me? Keikaku needs a plan. Yeah. Oh, the blanket kid from Peanuts. I got it. Well, now I thought the name sounded vaguely familiar, but I could not place it. Thank you. The table was laden with tonight's dishes: fish, potatoes, rice, and a freshly mixed salad with a creamy homemade dressing. If it weren't me, I wouldn't have potatoes and rice in the same meal. That's like double the starch. Naturally, it was all for me. Ah ha 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 ha. Ah, it was all my food. All that starch is mine. I mean, don't get me wrong, I was more than happy to cook for both of us, but as you can see, he refused to allow it. Instead, he stood on the opposite side of the room, his hands folded behind his back like a mafia bodyguard. Surely we can come to some sort of compromise here. Look, if you won't let me cook for you, will you at least eat your food at the table with me?
なぜですか
What reason will you give him? It's more efficient. Eating alone is depressing. I feel like he wants to hear it's more efficient. Because obviously, if he's gotta watch me 24/7, he should be eating with me. Because if I eat and then I go off and do something and he's gotta eat, then he's not gonna be watching me. He doesn't want to hear about depressing. He doesn't care. Yeah, it's more efficient. Okay, it's more efficient. Because it's more efficient. Think about it. I'm going to be dragging you all over the place on my own schedule. Plus, I'm more of the spontaneous type, so I might change up my plans entirely on a whim. Chris Pleasant wants me to shoot straight. Sorry. Next time I'll choose something different. With that in mind, don't you think it'll save time in the long run if you plan your meal breaks around mine? Rather plausible rationale if I do say so myself. Red seemed inclined to agree with this. Good
確かに
job.
一理ありますね。
I do have a point.
わかりました。では、今後そのようにしましょう。
But just as I heaved a sigh of relief at my narrow victory, he pulled a cylindrical object out of his basket. Is that a tin can?
はい。
That's not your dinner for tonight, is
はい
it?。
どのような状況でも持
What
ち
do we
運
think
び
it
やす
is?
く、
Canned tuna?
簡便かつ衛生的な食べ物です。
Oh, the label on the can read mackerel. What a coincidence! I'm having fish tonight too.
はい。
Do you have anything else to go with that?
そ
Have
れ
some
は
of my carbs.
白米のことですか
Are you sure that'll be enough to fill you up?
ご心配なく。
One can. You don't eat this for every meal of the day, do you?
はい。
Oh. Don't you ever get tired of it?
肉と魚とバリエーションはあります。
Variation. He's a cat. He's got canned meat too. How many kinds of meat are we talking?
ですから肉と魚の2種類です。
Meat and fish. Well, you got different kinds of meat, Red. There's chicken, beef. After a long silence, I turned to him with pleading eyes. I'm only saying this because I care about you as a fellow human being. Please just eat my cooking. It's for your own good. Spam. I love spam. Here, have a seat. I might not have much to offer you tonight, but going forward, I'll factor you into all my meal planning. Yeah. Consensus is it's spam. Got to my feet and put my apron back on.
必要ありません。
Oh, for crying out loud! Why are you so stubborn? Apparently his curt response had struck a nerve.
それはこちらのセリフです。
His icy tone put a damper on my spirits. Fortunately, it extinguished my anger as well. He's right. I'm the one who keeps trying to force him against his will. Fine, eat your spam. Chris Blessing will love it if he tried out her cooking and it turned to be wretched and she goes back to the canned spam. That would be pretty funny. Yeah, it's actually her cooking is just horrible. I'm sorry, I know I'm being obnoxious. I really don't mean to jump down your throat about this. Sorry.
気にしていません。
Really? Oh, cool! So does that mean I can keep on being obnoxious? At my challenge, Red's eyes narrowed. In response, I smirked. Sassy? It was possible he would start to hate my guts, but that was a risk I was prepared to take. Look, Red, are you absolutely sure you won't eat my
どうして
cooking?
も食べるつもりはありません。
But I want you to eat it.
なぜあなたが私に
This
強い
game
の
is exhausting.
You
All these
got what?
conversations. Just arguing about dumb things. Isn't it obvious? I want to get to know you better.
相手に無理強いすることは嫌われる行為だとわからないのですか？
Oh, I'm aware. I'm just choosing to do it anyway. It's a risk I'm willing to take. The question is, do you understand why I'm willing to risk it? What's the best word to describe this situation? Stalemate? Touch and go? You want to have a glaring contest with me? Well, knock yourself out. Fair warning though, I'm not going down. Yep, it's an endless cycle of do you want to do something? No, I don't. Let's have a stare down. Sure enough, after a period of prolonged eye contact, Red averted his
わかりま
gaze.
した。これ以上あなたと争っていても不毛だと。
I'm glad you understand. I tied my apron strings, all the while fist pumping internally. Okay, I'll whip you up something real quick. Just sit tight. I turned and headed for the kitchen as fast as my feet could
あな
carry
たの
me.
分が冷めますよ。
I don't mind. Just then, I stopped and turned back. Actually, I've got an idea. How about you eat the food on the table there? That way, we'll both get to have a hot meal. See? Very efficient.
そうですね。
I don't like this. Why are we giving up our dinner for this guy that didn't even want it? He sighed, got to his feet, and sat down in my chair and said,
それではいただきます。
Sure thing, bon appetit. Uh-oh, he hates it. Red proceeded to eat my cooking in perfect silence. Until he noticed my gaze. You wear your riding hood when you eat too?
はい。
How do you feel about him wearing his hood at the dinner table? How do we feel? I don't care. Whatever. I mean, it is, sure. I don't know. I don't care. This guy's dumb. Yeah, you're right. I mean, you're not supposed to wear a hat at the dining table. I was always told that. Never said anything about hoods, though. I guess if you're wearing a sweatshirt and you've got a hood, someone might be like, take that off. Don't wear headphones at the table. Alright. It's impolite. We're gonna tell him off. I need more consensus before I get sassy at him. Banishing it says, tell him. Curse blessing. I ignored you last time. This is kind of result in a 30-minute conversation where we try to get him to take it off, but he keeps refusing. Very well could. Very well could. But let's go for it, eh? Let's go for it. Curse blessing. Are you on board? Okay, seems like everyone thinks it's impolite, so let's try it. Don't you think it's a little impolite?
ごちそうさまでした。
Curse blessing, you're over him. You don't care what happens. You know, these guys so far are not that great, hey. I hope he grows on me. All of a sudden, he set his fork on the table. What are you going? Where are you going? Oh, don't you like the food?
マナー違反を犯した私に
Oh my,
あなたの料理を食べる資格はあり
god.
ません。
Fine then, don't eat it. Oh, come on, I was just joking around, silly.
冗談ですか
Of course, to me, that hood may as well be a part of your body.
そうですか
Yeah, he's very tiresome. With that, he grabs his fork once more. Phew. After a moment, he fell
ミ
still.
ス・アリスは料理がお得意なんですか
Oh. Huh? Oh, I don't know if I'm skilled at it, but I do like it. Kind of feels like I'm doing science, you know? Plus, once you're done, you get to eat a tasty meal. At his question, I began to babble excitedly.
そうですか
Yeah. I finished my speech with a bright smile. Okay. And that's where the conversation ended. So, what brought that on?
特に意味はありません
Wow, he's still eating. It was the first time he'd asked me a personal question, but the happiness was short-lived. I can't back down here, otherwise we won't get anywhere. I need to keep asking questions until something sticks. What about your own dinner? I thought you were gonna go cook dinner. Do you like it?
おいしいと答えれば気がお済みですか
Oh my god. This is so painful. If some dude was like, do you need me to tell you it's delicious? I'd be like, give it back, I'm eating that. Generally, it's helpful to motivate the cook with a few words of encouragement. Insults can be sexy too if that's your game. Wow.
なるほど
Okay.
あなたは何も言われないことが一番答えるということですね
Bingo.
私にはあなたのモチベーションなど関係ありません
No. Ouch. Stone cold. I felt like a blizzard had decided on the dining room. She really is too good for these guys. Oh, that reminds me. I hastily changed tack. Do you have a favorite food?
特にはありません
Meat. Spam. Are you sure? I feel like you hesitated for a second there.
そんなことよりご自身の食事は良いのですか
At this, I realized I'd forgotten to start cooking. Yeah. Oh my god, Christmas. I am not repeating that in this voice chat. Wolf steak? Oh yeah. I wonder who the wolf is. You're right. Okay, I'm gonna cook something. Take your time, alright? Oh, and feel free to have seconds.
はい
But if she hasn't made enough for herself, how does she have seconds? Ah, this is heaven. Relaxing under the hot water, I could feel the fatigue melt away. Phew. I guess this is the only time of day I'll get any peace.
何か言いましたか
Okay. I was like, it wouldn't be funny if he's like right there. And there he is. I could hear Red on the other side of the bathroom door. Nope, nothing at all.
何か異常があれば言ってください。
Oh.
すぐに駆けつけます。
Yeah, his head just poking up from the bathtub. I appreciate the offer. I can't have you rushing in here or else you'll see me naked. This time I made sure to keep my voice down so he wouldn't hear. True to his word, Red hadn't left my side for the entire day. Although at least he had given me the dignity of remaining faithfully outside the door as I changed and bathed. He's a good guy though. Yeah, just super defensive. He's a stubborn man who often took things to their logical extremes, but I could tell he was serious about protecting me from the wolf. The wolf. Phew, I feel so refreshed. Drying my wet hair, I stepped into the hallway to find Red standing there. Your turn. I gestured to the bathroom, but he shook his head.
私は一日おきで構いません。
Well, I do mind, and I refuse to compromise with you on this issue. I glare up at him and he looked away.
わかりました。では、シャワーをお借りします。
Yeah, I feel like that's one thing that I don't like about a lot of these games is that the characters always seem so friendly, or to like, either like the maternal monologue thinks of characters in a way that seems much more familiar than if you had really just met them. Like as Chris Blessing is saying, they know each other for 2 hours and she's already kind of talking about like, oh yeah, but he's a good guy. How do you know if he's a good guy? You met him 2 hours ago. You don't know. He could be the wolf. Could all be a ruse. And so he walked into the newly vacated bathroom. Once he shut the door, I started to head for the living room. But before I got there, I suddenly remembered a critical issue. He doesn't have a towel! I was so used to living here alone, I'd forgotten what it was like to have a guest over. Without a towel, Red would be forced to drip dry. I turned and headed for the linen closet. Back at the bathroom. Red, are you already in the tub? Carrying a fresh towel over one arm, I knocked on the door. No response. Can I come in? Oh gosh, but what if he's in the middle of changing? I pressed my ear to the door, but couldn't hear anything. Convinced that he must already be in the tub, I put my hand on the doorknob. I'm coming in. Whoa! All of a sudden, the door whipped open and I staggered forward.
大丈夫ですか?
Yeah, I'm fine. I hastily straightened up. Sure enough, he was completely closed. What the? How did you finish that quickly? Or did you not get in that yet?
お借りしました。
Huh?
おかげでさっぱりしました。
How? How could you finish within the few minutes it took me to get the linen closet and back? Talk about a quick dip. Upon further inspection, I noticed the strands of hair peeking out from under his hood were dripping wet. Ugh. They call it the gentleman's wash. Yep. Just like splashed water on his body and got out. You're soaked. Sure enough, here he is, drip drying.
すみません。タオルが見つからなかったので。
Use your hood. Please, use this. I put the towel over his head and moved to dry him off. But instead he jerked away from me, taking the towel with him. Aw, jeez.
自分で拭くので結構です。
Okay. With nothing left for my hand to do, I lowered it awkwardly. Meanwhile, Red reached under his riding hood to dry himself off, a feat that took considerable talent. Then he looked at the floor in surprise. You know, maybe he's like got a really big bald patch and he's embarrassed. He doesn't want me to see it.
後で拭いておきます。
Don't worry about it. I can take care of it. Oh, he's hiding his wolf ears. Sneaky. Your first priority should be to get those clothes dry. Go stand by the living room fireplace.
わかりました。
I take sword as well. Once the bathroom was all cleaned up, I returned to the living room to find Ren kneeling by the hearth. Here, drink this. It'll warm you up. I offered him the mug in my hand.
頼んでいません。
He's insufferable. Consider it a little freebie.
ありがとうございます。良い香りですね。花の匂いだ。
It's chamomile tea. Do you like it? Oh, I love chamomile tea.
ええ、
Ah,
まあ
it's another good face. He lowered his gaze to the mug of tea. Interesting. I hadn't expected that. I didn't know how many guys liked their... Wait. I didn't know many guys who liked herbal tea. My brother once called it disgusting, and I certainly wasn't expecting Red to be one of them. Your brother sounds like a real great stand-up dude. When I sat down next to him, he scooted a few inches away. The gesture actually hurt my feelings quite a bit, but I was never going to survive this forced cohabitation if I let these microaggressions get to me. Would we call that a microaggression? I don't know. It seems like a bit extreme. Not that, in that he's not being rude. Microaggressions was more like, I don't know, a little different. Anyway. Instead, I scrutinized him, looking for potential topics of conversation. The glow of the fire gently illuminated his face. Drinking herbal tea while listening to the crackle of the firewood. This is the life! Yeah, that sounds nice. It's quite hot here. It's too hot for tea. Are your clothes dry?
おかげさまで。
He spoke without looking at me. That's good. Just so we're clear, you'd better sleep in the house tonight, okay?
それは
But I'm a wolf and I only sleep outside. When he finally turned to look at me, I offered him a bright smile. On the off chance you were to get pneumonia, it would impact your work performance. Tell it to him in a way that he'll understand. Over the course of our short time together thus far, I had learned to appeal to his rationality. Sure enough, he pursed his lips and then sighed.
そうですね。わかりました。気を使わせてしまい申し訳ございません。
Oh,
以後このような失態がないよう気をつけます。
looks like he's about ready to like commit seppuku. I'm sorry for burdening you. Gosh. Relax, would you? I sighed and shook my head. You don't need to be so stiff with me. It's just going to make me feel
善
awkward.
処します。
Yeah. Nothing says boyfriend material like needing to trick someone into doing them what you would like to do. Things that you would like them to do that are just like the bare minimum of nice things to make them feel comfortable. Seeing at my vanity, I was brushing my hair when I heard a knock at the door. Come in.
失礼します。
As soon as he walked in, Red went to open the window and check outside. A gust of cool night air rushed into the room, sending my sleepiness packing.
外も見回りましたが、
I love a cool night
特に異
breeze.
常はないようですね。
Gotcha, thanks. He closed the window. Meanwhile, I turned around in my chair to face him. So, are you guys going to spend the night in my room? Why would I ask him that? Because he was the one who suggested it, of course. Hard to believe, isn't it? First he claimed he was going to sleep outside, and now this!
当然です。何か問題がありますか？
He looked at me like I'd grown a second head. A look I returned in full force. I'm pretty sure anyone would have at least a few misgivings about a man and a woman sharing a room at night.
ですが、外からあなたを見守れないとなると、部屋の中であなたを
logic.
見守るしか。
Can't see her from outside. Can't see her from another room inside. So gotta be in the same room. But he wanted to be outside earlier. So he tilted his head in contemplation. Yeah, I mean, it's not like her family or her brother who never stops by will know. I don't really understand his logic, but then again, I'm not a cop. Well, if it doesn't bother you, then I guess it doesn't bother me either.
そうですか。
As I climbed into bed, Red sat down on a chair near the window. You're going to sleep there?
ここにいればいかなる時にでも対処しやすいです。
Sure. Doesn't look comfortable.
こういった体勢には慣れています。
Think you should just lie down on the floor. Will you let him sleep by the window? Invite him to bed? Give him a blanket? Change the subject, change the subject. Quick, change the subject. I like the urgency that gives, but I think that's a error. Invite him to bed. Curse blessing, I thought you didn't like him, but now you want to invite him to bed. I would give him a blanket? I don't know. It is winter, I guess. I don't know why we need to change the subject, though. Maybe he would like that because he doesn't want you to bug him about it. He's not boyfriend material, but he's so fuckable. Sure. Sure. If there are no other opinions, I will invite him to bed. In fact, Curse Blessing, I'll invite him to bed just for you, since I said no to your suggestion earlier. I feel like this is gonna get me in trouble. Alright, yeah, you're sort of on board, Vanishing H. Alright, let's try it. Let's see what happens. If I got a bad ending, it's all your fault. Both of you. Wanna join me? I pull back the covers on the empty side of my bed.
そういった冗談は淑女が言うものではありません。
I wasn't joking, though.
余計にタチが悪いです。
In that case, here. I got up and pulled one of the blankets off my bed to give him instead. Alright, well, apparently you gotta go and give him a blanket.
あなたが風邪をひいてしまいますよ。
I'm sure she's got 2 blankets. I'm sure there's another blanket. Believe it or not, I've never even had a cold in all my life. I was lying, of course.
せっかくのご好意ですが、お断りします。
Oh, he pushed the blanket away. He really ought to have a name for his archetype. I dubbed the Frigidere. Okay, sure. Frigidere. Who's going to protect me if you freeze to death in your sleep? Wait, I get it. This is one of the scenarios where I have to warm you up myself, isn't it? I clapped my hands in understanding, and a split second later, Red had wrapped himself up in the blanket. Alright, just scare him into doing things. Aw, darn. I shrugged and crawled back into bed.
感謝します。ミス・アリス。
No problem. Lying down in bed, I continued to chat with Red for a bit. Today was pretty uneventful, huh?
油断は禁物です。相手がいつ、
Do
どこか
we
ら
really have
現れ、
any idea
どのような
like
ことを
what
仕
the
掛け
wolf
てく
has
ると
been
もわ
doing
かり
other
ません。
than he sent her a weird note and has been following her around a bit? Like an assassin.
はい。
You're a cop, right? What sort of criminals have you gone up against over the course of your career? Just so we're clear, I'm only asking about your track record so I can build a sense of trust with you.
よく覚えていません。
Really?
はい。私にとって事件は日常であり、さまつな出来事です。
Wow. I raised my eyebrows in surprise. Then I noticed him staring at me. What?
いえ、
Oh, what is it? He averted his gaze for a moment and then glanced back at me.
お会いした時から思っていましたが、あなたは不安ではないのですか？あなたは狼にストーカーまがいの行為をされながら脅迫状まで送りつけられたのです。
He's like 18. How many cases could he have had? I don't know. He's a child prodigy. He's like Detective Conan. You know, I know Detective Conan is really a teenager in a
不安に
child's
思った
body.
りしないのですか？
At this, I laughed. Of course not. After all, I've got you. You look so shocked. A brief silence fell between us until I broke it once more. Tell me, Red, how do you think I feel about all this?
この状況を楽しんでいるかのように見えます。
Ha ha ha. I laughed nervously. Well, I can't pretend it isn't kind of fun. This kind of thing doesn't happen every day, you know?
そうですか。
I see.
私の一連の行為はあなたにとって迷惑なのではないかと思っていましたが。
Same, actually.
必要な行為とはいえ、何かとご不便をおかけすることは申し訳なく思っています。
Don't be silly. You're protecting me, after all. Like I said, I really appreciate you being here. I want some credentials on this guy.
そうですか。
What's his track record? He says he doesn't remember. That's sus. And that was where the conversation ended. The end. After a pause, I decided to ask a different question. You know, Red, ever since I got that blackmail letter, I've been thinking, maybe I ruined somebody's life. Is that the
しかし
natural
どうして
progression?
も思い当たらない。
Maybe I ruined someone's life. Let me see. Right. If I could, I would have told you about it by now. Tell me, Red, what is sin to you?
罪ですか。それは犯罪を犯すことです。
So committing a crime, in other words. Well, I definitely don't recall doing anything like that. Oh, but I've known to tell little white lies on occasion. If I'm late for school, sometimes I tell the teacher my alarm clock was
そ
broken.
の理屈で言えば、私も罪を犯しています。
I guess most people would have, really.
そういうことになるでしょう。法律にも限度があります。
I mean,
すべてを規制してしまっ
that's
たら
not breaking the law.
自由。問題なのはその大小。罪の重さで。
And the heaviest sin would be to murder someone?
どうでしょう。法律で言えば国家を陥れることのようですが。
Oh, you mean like inducement of foreign aggression? In other words, the crime of secretly communicating with other countries in order to start fights. Also known as warmongering. She seems really into warmongering. She's keen. War doesn't pick and choose its victims. Can't say I'm a fan personally. Oh, okay. She's not a
よ
fan.
くご存知で。
Hee hee. I giggled. How do they decide the severity of each crime anyway? I probed for his
個
opinion.
人によってもたらされた損害がどの程度のもの
Yeah,
なのか。
no, do not.
その行為がな
It
ぜ
was very weird how
どのよ
like
うに
excited
行われ
she
た
got
のか
about
という
that.
こと
It seemed like she was
客観的に
excited.
判断して
In
いただ
other
きま
words,
しょう。
warmongering.
それこそ先ほどから出ている
Oh,
法律
another
や規律とい
deep
う言葉。
conversation. Why do we have laws? Let's talk to the cop about crime and justice. I see. So the antonym of crime isn't justice, but laws and regulations?
そういうことになるのかもしれません。
I see. So that's your outlook, huh? I ruminated on this for a moment.
あなたは難しいことを考えるのですね。
You think so?
寝る前に考えすぎるといつまで経っても眠れませんよ。
Yeah, it's true. You want to go to bed, you should clear your mind. Will you stay awake with me until then?
当然です。私はあなたを守るためにここにいるのですから。
Oh, curse blessing. He didn't get into bed with you, so you're like, just end it, Wolf. It's all over.
はい。
These conversations are a bit tedious. You won't be nervous?
常に冷静に対処できるよう努めております。
I see. Well, for the record, I'm pretty
あなた
nervous.
には傷一つつけさせません。なので、
I who invited you into my bed a few minutes ago. That wasn't what I meant. Hee hee. Okay, I'm counting on you. Night night. I slowly closed my
お
eyes.
やすみなさい。
In the darkness, his voice was gentle, guiding me to slumberland. Okay, you know what? Morning already? Well, for me, it's almost time for bed. I think this might be a good place to wrap up. I was planning on doing about 2 hours, and we've done about 2 hours. So, I think we'll end it here. I've heard about one episode is around 2 hours, not 2 hours, 10 hours. So, I'm hoping to do, every week, about 2 hours or so, and we'll get through it. All on stream. And of course, all of you here have seen this first episode, so I don't really need to tell you, but just in case you miss the next one, I'm going to be uploading all of these Twitch streams of Taisho Alice onto my YouTube channel as well. So if you miss one and want to keep watching and want to see the whole playthrough, you can check it there. I'll be sharing it on Twitter and all the usual places. Thanks, Nervous. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun playing. I was a little nervous about reading through all of it, but it was fun. Reminds me of when I used to read out loud as a kid. So I'm gonna save. And yeah, so let's oh dear. There's a way to raid. I think we just how do I raid? I wanna raid someone. Thanks everyone. Bye Chris Blessing. Bye Vanishing Age. If any of you stick around, I'm gonna try to figure out how to raid. Community. I forget how to do this. I'm just gonna find someone on Twitch that is live and put their name in the chat, and if anyone would like to join me to raid someone, I will do that. Thanks you for watching. Thanks to all of you for watching. I hope you have a great day and a great weekend ahead of you, and I will be sharing on Twitter and all of the usual places where I will be streaming next. Oh, my friend Tough Fruits is playing Final Fantasy 2, so I think we'll raid them. So if you want to join, I will do that now. Yes, of course I will give Pai Pai a hug for you when she's awake, because she's not really happy when she gets woken up in the middle of the night. But yes, thanks again everybody. See you soon.